On the edge of tears, my heart fills with gratitude, welcoming laughter. Yeah. Yeah, our world, we're looking around and we are on the edge of tears so much right now. So much happening. So much going on that seems to be totally out of our control. So we deal with what's in our control. That's our life, our consciousness, because, as my Hopi teachers said, we are the ones that we've been waiting for, man. So be on the edge of tears, fill your heart with gratitude and laugh. You gotta laugh. Huh? Gotta laugh. The I Ching. The I Ching for the week of October 16th, 2017. Number one. Number one comes up. Klein, energy and inspiration. It is the dragon. Above and below is heaven. The wisdom, inspiration, and its primal presence appears as support for great change. Spirit helpers have brought you to the gates of change. Now, as you pass through the gates, where you will shift into creativity, you're here, imbued with passion and inspiration. There is an accessible force, one that you can call on now. It's the dragon force. Picture that force yourself. Picture that force in the shape of a great and a calm dragon. One that's collected, got its stuff together, man. But it's powerful, and it will be dangerous when aroused. This dragon is your helper and offers the gift of persistence. Meditate on this dragon. Build that dragon. Make it your friend, but don't push it, man. And do not step on the dragon's tail. Persistence now. That's what this dragon brings you. That gift of great persistence, because that's what is necessary now as you begin this new cycle of manifestation and transformation. The energy received is a primal force, one that's emerging from the collective depth of your soul journey, and it will transform and it will ultimately obliterate what had previously been obstacles. With proper consideration and with respect of your combined forces of spirit and depth of consciousness, you'll shift into the divine process of being in harmony with the rhythm of Gaia, our earth force, where she will come to serve you as you serve her in all her sacred glory. Keep in mind what is sacred in your life. And also notice what is profane. We can't totally walk away from the profane, but when we recognize what is ours, this force, all that is sacred, is what gives us strength and opportunity to gain clarity as to what will be joined together at this point in time and what shall be torn asunder. Obstacles old and new are now appearing in multitudinous numbers. These challenges come now because you've chosen to walk in the light of shining opportunities. These opportunities that are delivered from divine consciousness. As the access to the strength that's coming emerges, so does the ego. The ego, greedy for power, using strength to gain power, to tempt you with motives of self-interest, tempt you with this newfound abundance, this power that you have, to use that power over others, or take you into the dirty, dark, green pit of greed. If you go for it at this time, this stance of the ego will certainly bury you in the depths of despair, and you'll be cast out through the very gates you've worked so hard to pass through. There is no doubt about it. You'll be thrown back into the most negative and deleterious part of the cycle that is now ending. You've been wanting to get out of this, man. Don't mess around. What's happening is causing you to go away from repeating those old lessons again and again It's calling on you to learn to be in harmony with compassion, be in harmony with kindness, integrity, working for the greater good for you, your community, and for all humanity. And do it with grace and with dignity. That's the idea. The benefit now is to give up the front that you've been showing to your tribe, maybe to your mate, your relations, your associates. This act that was formed to protect you will not serve you anymore. For it's now that you release yourself from self-deception, one that was maybe born in childhood, or one that you had to do with for protection as you made your way. And it's become too heavy a burden to carry, too much for one soul to carry. This hexagram represents yang energy at its highest vibratory force. You're now positioned to have what you want, and through diligent, unceasing effort to keep it. If you adhere to the truth and to the universal laws that illuminate truth, your gains through effort will not slip away as they have in the past. Examine your motives for the success you seek. Be certain that it is for your highest good, as well as for the good of all. Recognize your own habitual thoughts, your old reactive behaviors, those actions, those thoughts that do not serve the highest good, and make an effort, make a concerted effort to discard those outworn patterns and replace them with positive thoughts and actions. It's easy. The words you think are so much more powerful and have greater effect than any words that you say. Be conscious. Have unceasing diligence as you travel this road. As you travel this road less traveled. This road can be fraught with fear as you face the dragons of your past, ones that have been fed in the darkness, ones you've challenged, that's come out of the darkness and made you their representative. Well, man, divorce that client, the one that has had you represent the darkness, and look to where you have. We all do it at some place in our life, but then it doesn't serve us and becomes this heavy soul weight. You have in the last cycle given much effort to correcting negative thoughts and the actions that do arise out of them, and that's good, you see. But now is the time to be diligent, to not let the energy, the power, the enthusiasm of these inspirational forces that are coming your way sway you from your pure and your righteous path. That's too not much. That's not ego to say you're on a pure and righteous path. That's just the place to be. Don't talk about it, that's weird. But be on a pure and righteous path. And you know what? Watch out for the ones who are speaking too loud that say, I'm on a pure and righteous path. That's where you turn around and run the other way. But see that for yourself. You see, in many ways, you've been asleep. The journey now is of wakefulness, entering into the frequency of the expanded consciousness that is imbued with and supported by Gaia and by your fellow pilgrims who you've met on the road less traveled. In accepting this challenge of this road, you embody the frequency of divine transformation, and you become a beacon of light for all who cross your path, those you seek as your fellows. It is now simply your choice, one life. This choice where you have to choose. You got to choose life or death. No judgment, but make your choice. And know you only have one life, and you only have one death in this cycle on terra firma, our earth. You've been hoping, you've been planning for the clarity that will be revealed. With a considered strategy, now is the time to consider your plans and to put them into action, and to fasten your seatbelt for this ride. You're coming into it. This is number one, man. This is the beginning of the book of changes. This is where great and mystical forces can move you between the worlds of your reality, the worlds of the unseen, and the world of the material, it gets confusing sometimes as we look into our created reality. Call on this force and you'll ease into the wisdom of the ancestors and be protected by the fierceness of this inner dragon. You know, remember that one that you envisioned at the early part of this conversation? That dragon is now the dragon of sweet inspiration. And keep in mind that to release this dragon is of great danger if you're not in harmony with the frequency of your inner truth. Not the ones you want to look good to, and not the ones who told you that. It's your truth, and you know it. And you'll find yourself then in balance with the correctness of the times. For, I'm sure you've noticed, these are unique times. The Earth Matrix have never been at this point before. So we don't have any history to examine, no history to consider. We're on our own. Here and now, the benefit will be to continue with renewed belief in the projects that you have found to be difficult. Stay in truth no matter what challenges are placed before you. Stay in truth no matter what challenges are placed before you. The right projects are the humans, relationships. They'll stay. Where there's doubt, greed, or avarice, they'll quickly fade away. That's how you know. You know, you do the test. Are you going to be there with me on this ride? Are you going to take the ride on moving forward with me? Can you do it without judgment? Do it with life-affirming force. In all worldly matters, invoke your strength through assessing your intuition. Accessing your intuition. Have surety that your ideas are correct and in line with the universal laws, the ones of generosity and compassion and kindness. Be firm and steady. And dig it, man. Plan your strategy well. Universe responds to a plan. Think it, write it, bless it. And in this way, what you've worked for will come to you, and it will remain, as long as you do not become some egotistical asshole or become arrogant in the light of your achievements. Stay with your humility. Hey man, we look at the news, we see what this kind of idea about I'm better than you, I have power over you, what it happens, man. Don't get sidetracked now. As this powerful young energy propels you toward the realization of your dreams, your sensuality and your sexual energy is coming to the forefront, and as it does, make it useful and pleasurable while staying with your inner stillness. Be cool and calm. So when aroused, you are strong and fierce, just like that dragon, the dragon of your meditation. Note well the lessons learned up to this point. The ones that illuminate your heart and your mind and your spirit. Have compassion for those whom you love and those who love you. And practice loving kindness toward all. Be in the spirit of aloha. You know who I'm talking to, huh? Along with this great energy coming to you, there's responsibility to act in favor of the greater good. If your ego attempts to use the energy of inspiration and creativity to activate base or negative words or deeds, man, stop. Immediately correct your course. The negative aspects of the ego will try to run all the programs on you, the ones that take you out of yourself, the ones of doubt, shame, guilt, and fear by which you were indoctrinated in the past. They'll try to pass this off as your reality, or worse than that, pass it off as your destiny. Man, destiny is just an idea there to take responsibility away. An inflated ego will try to convince you of the lie that is what you must do to complete this cycle in order to achieve happiness and abundance. Do not fall for it. This is the coyote aspect of the ego, the one that raps in your ear, the trickster, the destroyer. Don't let it take you off this beautiful course that you are walking on. Just don't let it happen. In this cycle, you're going to find the proper way to think and to act to achieve your love, and the happiness, desire will come only if your eyes are clear, if you're sober, and in the commitment to the greater good of humankind, your tribe and community. In business, as in personal matters, let go of any thoughts, prejudices, and words that disparage or limit others. Refrain from using negative generalities about the opposite sex or those who are in a different flow of life. And use only the thoughts and words of honoring and compassion, no matter what color, what sex, what station in life, man. Take the high road. Be a light bearer, as now so many of your brothers and sisters are being consumed by the presence of darkness in the form of this greed, of this abuse and fear. Quell the negative voice and pay no heed to the voice of the judgmental and critical ego within. In this way, you will not chase away the grace and abundance that you've long desired. There's a very real possibility that during this cycle of inspiration, you will become stressed and tired. It's possible and likely, as there's so much to do. So take time. Take time to relax, to rejuvenate, to have fun. Reach out to your friends and family. You're the shining light now, man. Share your light. Share the positive energy with those around you. Are they your friends or fellow pilgrims? Raise the vibration around you. A great person raises the vibration of all around them. Good vibrations, yeah, listen to the Beach Boys. Good vibrations and being of service are vital now. And that's something you've got to pay attention to. This aspect right now. Give honor to Gaia. Give honor to our mother, our earth. Be of service to her. Shine like the sun at midday. Take in the beauty and the joy that you illuminate. There's a saying that we've heard, originated in the lessons of the monks in Tibet. And I believe it is the essence of this teaching, of this hexagram. Keep your feet on the ground and head in the clouds. You know, and as Brother Bob Dylan said, man, any way now, any day now, I will be released. And yes, you will be released to your highest good, imbued with joy. And if you seek it and be it, unconditional love. Yeah. On the edge of tears, my heart fills with gratitude, welcoming laughter. Yeah. Namaste, my brothers. Namaste, my sisters. Stay in the light of the air. Allow yourself to float. Laughter is your air balloon. It'll take you up. Gratitude is what puts you in the place to be. And compassion. First for yourself and your journey. And the forgiveness that you really can't affect is only forgiving yourself. Then everything falls in line. Compassion comes in. Makes the way clear for love. For an open heart. A place of love and laughter. As you go into this coming week with a guide, your new guide, the dragon, the cerulean dragon, who's there to serve you, to walk with you, to protect you, and to open the way. Once you stray off the path, The dragon is not so calm and not so collected. So stay in the light. Stay in the presence of the divine. Namaste, my brothers. Namaste, my sisters. Stay with the dragon. In la kesha la kin. I am the other you. And yeah, you got it. I like it that way. Blessings. Namaste. Be the love you desire. Teach the peace that we all know will come. Namaste. Yeah.